What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Welcome back. It's the beginning of a new season. That's right. We're all back. Season 12 is about to begin. It's premiere. Here we are. Woohoo! It's good to see everybody. It's been a while. We tried to do a few summer issues. We had a lot of technical difficulties this summer, so we didn't get as many of those done as we would have liked to, but things happen. It's just good to be back with all you guys again. And welcome back to the Sports Frenzy Studios right here in Adrian, Michigan. And it's a perfect time for the return of Frenzy, as we are doing a lot. It's football, lots and lots of football action. We've remodeled the studio a little bit. Yeah, we've got some new stuff we've added and put in. You may notice in the background here of some of the different backgrounds. We got my baseball hat collection up here of the different teams. Some Detroit Tigers stuff as well. We added. Got all our logos finished. We got most of everybody that's involved with the show are fairly important to us this season. We got up here. All our local districts, all our local schools, I should say, and Columbia Central Golden Eagles, and we got some. Well, let's get you a little closer and give you a little tour here of what's going on this new setup this year. So we've got the. Let's see if we get up here a little bit. Last season before COVID hit was my return to Hope Center and Hope Hoopsters basketball action as a commentator and a coach. So there's my picture there. We got an original. This is an original early 80s and 90s Special Olympics, Lenawee County Special Olympics, Area 29 basketball jersey. We got my certificate from my original run with the Hope Hoopsters back in the day. We still have our Porter basketball jacket with the medal. Then I got some different fan arts from some of my some favorite people in my life that have made different things for me. We also got some special stuff from Hope that I keep putting up here. And over here we have, at the end of last season, all my friends at Haviland. You guys are representing here. Got your signatures up over here in the corner. Like I said, all our school districts and Hope Hoopsters up there, our Hope Community Centers up there as well, representing. And so I'm good. It's all work in progress. We got some Michigan hoops over here. My hugging hands from Hope I put up here with the Go Blue, and my some more of my hats. Right here I'm doing a corner of hats that are going to be my let's see if I can get that up there. My Lenawee County school hats. I've got a few right now, just a couple in the collection right now. My Addison one and my Columbia Central one. But we'll be adding more to the collection that way. And some more Michigan stuff. And a classic right here. Check this out. A very old school Michigan football framed picture. It's got all the different stadiums. This is it's 70s or 80s, I think they said, somewhere around there. It's got a lot of old school stuff in it. And then I moved my other one up here. So Work in progress over here. We've got some Special Olympic trophies I've added to the show. And the studio's coming together for the new season. I still might, if the weather stays nice, I might still try to do a few outdoor shows here and there. Ooh, shaky camera there. Because I do like doing the outdoor stuff. It's fun too. But yes, I hope everyone's excited about having the season back. I know I am. And we still have the whole COVID mess going on, but we're trying to detour around that as best as we can. However, it has affected some of the seasons already for everyone. So we'll see how that continues on with that kind of stuff. But that's where we're at. Season 12, episode 1. And we've got quite a few games on the list for you this week. You know, we cover as much high school football as we can. And so let's go ahead, jump in, see how you guys are feeling about the new season, all right? See how you feel about this week's picks. If you're new to the show, welcome, first of all. And I'm Coach Cole. And I have our sheets that you will have in your different locations, and they have all our picks on there. As we go through the picks, I have logos also that I'll be holding up. Visuals, some of us call them visuals. The logos of its visuals that I show, and then we talk a little bit about the records and everything. As you can read on the sheet has some basic information for you guys as well. The column 1 represents the number of wins. Column 2, which I'll be calling out, represents the number of losses. And the number beside your team name is where the team is ranked in the football polls of the top 25. So that's a little bit about that. Ways you can watch the show. We have our YouTube channel. It is Coach Cole Sports Frenzy 1. You can always look us up on YouTube and find the videos there. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, the Sports Frenzy Facebook group, why not? No, I've posted a link. There are ways to get to that. And I can help you become a member of that if you'd like to be. A couple of ways you can find that. You can go through my personal page, Tim Cole. Send me a friend request there, and then I can get you on. Send you a link to Sports Frenzy, or there is there's a link to get to directly to the Facebook page, and I included that this season for the teachers to look at in a Google document, so they may or may not send that home or let you guys see that as well. We also have I have a Twitter page. It's @SportsFrenzy1. It's a lot of retweets of what's going on in sports. Plus, sometimes I talk personal stuff. It's my dork side, too. It's got not my dark side, my dork side, and my nerdy side. It's got all my stuff I like with not just sports, but comics. I am pretty interactive on that page @SportsFrenzy1. See a crazy side of me. We also have the, let's see, what else do we have? I think that just about covers where we're at right now. All right. Instead of rambling, you guys were like, okay, enough of that. Let's get into this week's picks. We're starting off with high school football action. No surprise there. This is, you know what? I totally did not put it on here for you guys this week. This is week 3. This is week 3, I believe. Sorry, I'm a little tired. We are super. We're all teachers. Most of us are teachers that watch the show, and not everybody's teachers that watch the show, but we're hard at work right now, and we're a little tired. So I'm pretty sure it is the 3rd week of high school football action. And we got some surprises this year, honestly. So let's get into it. Our first game this week. We have the Adrian Maples. Unfortunately, the Maples season has been struck with some tragedy as they lost a young man on their team this year. So my prayers and condolences continue to go out to the football team, programs, families, and loved ones of the young man who lost his life. And Adrian is showing some heart this year. Adrian Maples are 1 win and 1 loss. And you know what? We know some people at Adrian. This is Paulson's room, Michelle Paulson's room over there at Adrian. Shout out to you guys. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. It's been a summer. So welcome back, Paulson's room. Welcome to Sports Frenzy. And so you know what? Your team is fired up this year. 1 win and 1 loss. Excuse me. They're on the road this week, though, so this could be an interesting matchup. They are playing the Ypsilanti Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have 0 wins and 2 losses. But Maples, it's early yet. Maple season, let's go. Come on, guys. We have got to get this team. They are fired up this year. And you know what would make that even better is to hear from you guys in your room right now for Sports Frenzy. So give the Adrian Maples a huge shout out so they can hear you in that hallway. They can hear you for the pep assembly. And they can just hear you, period. Come on. Get loud, Paulson's room. Get loud for your Adrian Maples. Let's go. Come on. Bring it. Bring some noise. I can't hear you. I know you guys can get louder than that. Michelle alone can get louder than that. You guys need to pick up the noise. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Shout it out for the Adrian Maples. Do you guys know the song? Excuse me. I do not know your guys' song, but I bet you guys do because you've been in the high school for a while now, so you guys got to know the cheer, right, for the Adrian Maples. Sometime it'd be interesting to have you guys sing that for me and send me a little video of it. That would be cool if it could ever happen. I don't know. I wouldn't put it on anything. It would be just a little private thing for me to see if you guys doing a cheer. So if you'd like to do that, talk to your teachers. Maybe you can make it happen. It'd be awesome to see. With that being said, you guys, I feel I saw on Twitter last week after the game, after they got their big win, I believe they did the cheer. And they, that's the most spirit I've seen in this team in a very long time. And it's so cool to see. I'm going with the Adrian Maples for the victory. I'm going to try and get me some Maples gear this year at some point. I want to have my ultimate goal is to have a ball cap and a shirt from every school. So that's my ultimate goal. So eventually that's going to happen. So eventually you'll at least see all your hats up here somewhere because that's going to be something I do. But I've got the Maples for the victory this week. Next up. Oh, my goodness. I'm rusty. I haven't done this in a while. So all these games, all our high school games are Friday night at 7 p.m. So every game we're talking about at high school level right now is at 7 p.m. All right, next up we have where I grew up, went to school at, where I'm from, the Edison Panthers. The Panthers have 2 wins this year and 0 losses. They are off to a very good start. Can they keep that going? They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against the Hanover Horton Comets. The Comets have 1 win and 1 loss. And again, kickoff for these games are 7 p.m. I still know a lot of people in the Addison area. There is a lot of Panther pride out there. I'm not always on board with the Panther pride, but I'm feeling it right now. I'm going to give the Panthers their due. I would be reminded that they are my home team. This is where I grew up and went to school. I am an Addison Panther. There's no denying that. Let's go, Panthers. Do I remember any of my Panther theme? Not very much. Not enough that I'd be willing to sing it to you guys right now. Oh, guess what? Lemonade on the show again this year. And why bother to drink it out of a cup? I'm the only one that's drinking it, so I just drink it out of the jug. No matter what the size, could be a little one. It's usually the big one like this that I get. This is always my drink, and this is a new one that I found at Myers called Milo's. I'd never had it before, but it is quickly becoming one of my favorites. So I'm going to wet my whistle here real quick with my big jug. If there ever was a sports frenzy trophy of any kind, it would probably be a lemonade container. All right. Next up, we have the Blissfield Royals. The Royals have 2 wins and 1 loss. They're on the road this week. They're traveling to a team that is near and dear to my heart, that I'm an honorary member of the team. But I've talked to the coach a little bit. Coach Randolph and I had some talks. They're a young team this year, and it's showing in their record. The Columbia Central Golden Eagles have 0 wins and 2 losses. But they're at home this week. And I know Blissfield has the better record. But I am an honorary member of this team. And these kids, they're never going to give up. I know Coach Randolph wouldn't let them give up. So we're going to keep in the fight. It might be a tough season this year. But you know what? You don't walk away from your team. I'm wearing the hat proudly with pride to go along with my Michigan gear. And I've got the Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby, for the victory. Britton Deerfield Patriots, or BD. They switched this year. Did you guys know that? Britton Deerfield is doing 8-man football. And holy smokes, I talked about these guys a little bit with some friends or somebody. I can't remember who I was talking to. We were having a little sports talk going on. And I said to myself, you know what? First-year team, brand new team like this, probably not going to be very good. Well, right now, I am eating my words because Britton Deerfield and 8-man football are 2-0. And at first I thought, this is crazy. Why would these guys go to 8-man football thinking that it was going to help win, but then have to play the defending champions, Lenawee Christian? Well, somebody told me there are 2 different divisions in 8, and so they probably won't have to play each other. So I'm like, all right. We could see some great things out of Britton Deerfield this year. 2 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to, and I must say, in those wins, they have been destroying the teams. I mean, last week's game was huge points. They put a lot of points up there. Couldn't believe it. It was huge. Britton Deerfield, that's right. Little Britton Deerfield. They're on the road this week as well, too. They are traveling to and playing the North Point Christian Mustangs. The Mustangs have 0 wins and 1 loss. Like I said, I'm going to eat my words. I'm going Britton Deerfield for the win. Sounds like they're playing some exciting football right now. All right, this next game, it's back this year. I don't know. There's always something to start the season. Oh, wait a minute. I found it. Never mind. I was going to say there's always something crazy to start the season off. But here we go. I've got it right here with me. And this one is, it's your first 3-point bonus game of the season. It's your first 3-point bonus game of the season. It's your first 3-point bonus. You guys know this. You can sing it along with me. Game. Yes, it is. All right. This one should be a very good game, I'm thinking. We have the Hudson Tigers. The Tigers are red hot. I mean, they are just playing some hard ball right now. The Tigers have 2 wins and 0 losses. And there's a couple things about Hudson this year. Our buddy, well, we got our other classroom joining from Hudson with my buddy. That's right. We got our Hudson classroom with our buddy Logan. And you know what? Logan is coaching the JV team this year. So I have to give me some Hudson gear as well this season. So shout out to Logan in your classroom and welcome back to Sports Frenzy. And let's hear it for your Hudson Tigers. They're 2-0. I mean, I know it's busy for all of us right now in school. We're all very tired. And I know you're coaching. We're filming the show Thursday night. So you're coaching right now or at some point tonight, Logan. So Friday morning when we're trying to hype up the room, you might be a little bit tired, but come on, get up there and fire up your kids. Let's go, Hudson. Now, Logan, you got to know the Hudson Tigers song because you're coaching the team. So you guys got to do the cheer, right? So let's get the cheer going in your classroom. Let's hear it. Come on, guys, get loud for your team. Let's hear it for Hudson. Do the song. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You got to get louder than that. Wherever you're at in your classroom, you got to raise it up really loud for the Hudson Tigers right now. Hear your team. Let your guys hear you in the hallways. Wherever you're located in school, get loud for the Hudson Tigers. All right. But on the road this week. They are playing the Clinton Red Wolves. And you guys are like, what? Who the heck is the Clinton Red Wolves? Yeah, I'm afraid the stories are true. The Clinton Redskins, formerly known as the Redskins, have been rebranded as the Clinton Red Wolves. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. It happened. They have taken the time to remove and retire. They're calling it retiring the Redskins logo. No matter how many people still love their original name, the Redskins. The school board decided when the Washington Redskins decided to retire their name that they weren't going to vote about it anymore. I must say, I've lived in Clinton, spent a lot of time in Clinton, and my wife is from Clinton. And every time there was several years that votes came up and asked if they wanted the name changed, and the community said no, we don't want the name changed. Well, this time the board didn't go about asking anybody. They just decided since the Washington Redskins changed their name, it was time for them to change their name. So I have it both on the sheets. I don't know if anybody's offended by that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it to offend anybody. But I just want it to be so everybody gets familiar with it this season, and then we won't use it anymore probably either. But it's the Clinton Red Wolves. Everybody, I know some people have said, "What the heck is a red wolf?" And are there any in Clinton? I've heard several different stories about this. Some say that it still goes back to the Native American heritage, that there was a chief red wolf. But I don't know if that's truly the true story behind it or not. But this is their new logo. Just get a close up of that. And they have 2 wins and 0 losses. And that's why this is going to be an amazing game this week. These are 2 hardcore teams going up against each other. I just feel like this is going to be a real battle, a great game to see. And unfortunately, I am not going to pick in this one because I have my allegiances to the Hudson Tigers with Logan in his classroom over there, and my Hudson sideline reporter, who is one of my brothers I grew up with, one of the best guys in my life, Rich Hollowell. And I have my family in Clinton. I got my wife is from there. This is where I got married in Clinton, and we spent quite a few years there. So, and I have a love for Clinton. And we have, at Clinton schools, there's people there we know as well, too. So I cannot pick this game. This is a no vote for myself. So Coach Co, no vote. But so I'm giving up 3 points this week. But you know what? That's how it works sometimes with this stuff. If there's something you sacrifice points sometimes for things you really love or whatever. So that's just how it works with Sports Frenzy. It's totally the points are totally for fun anyway, and some bragging rights for the others, but some of us, we don't worry about that so much. At least this guy. All right, our next game, we have the Onstead Wildcats. The Wildcats have 1 win and 1 loss. They're on the road this week. A lot of our teams are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing the Hillsdale Hornets. The Hornets have 0 wins and only 1 loss on the season so far. They've only played 1 game according to the schedule. That's the thing. I get most of my schedules from Max Prep, and sometimes they're not always 100% accurate. So, sometimes I run into a few problems with that. Hopefully the record is right. I don't know why Hillsdale would have only played 1 game so far, but anyway. All right, next up we have the Madison Trojans. Madison, how about Madison? They're doing all right this season. So far, they are 2-0, and I don't think they have been 2-0 in a while. They have not had they haven't had great football games and teams, I should say, in a while. So they're looking good this year so far. Although I will say this about them. Their first victory on the season was the forfeit by Adrian. So they got one true win under their belts. And this could have been a 3-point bonus game as well. They are playing the Whiteford Bobcats. The Bobcats have 2 wins and 0 losses. There's part of me that wants to stay with the local theme. I really want to vote for Madison and think that they can get it done. But Whiteford, Madison's kind of a rebuilding team. So Whiteford's been around. They're also 2-0. Again, I'd like to see Madison pull off the win, but I'm going to go Whiteford for the victory. Next up, we have the East Jordan Red Devils. I haven't heard this team before. I believe this might be a first for them on our show. They have 1 win and 1 loss. They're on the road. They are traveling to Morenci to play the Morenci Bulldogs. Bulldogs not looking so good this season. They have 1 win and 2 losses. This is a home game for Morenci. I don't know anybody in Morenci anymore, really. So I'm going to go with the Red Devils. Morenci has not been very good, and I just don't see them getting any better. Next up, we got the Manchester Flying Dutchman. They have 0 wins and 3 losses. They're not looking too good this year. They're on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the Napoleon Pirates. The Pirates have 2 wins, 0 losses. It's a home game for the Pirates. I be going with the Pirates. I don't think Manchester has much of a chance with a 0-3 record. I got to mention before we get into our next game. So, COVID has been affecting our schools again this year, and it's affecting our sports. And Sand Creek has already been hit with 1 loss due to COVID. Now, here's the thing. There is no makeup games this year. You don't get anything for it. If you're not able to play, and this goes pretty much at every level. This is at the college level, and this is at the pro level. If you have to forfeit a game or if you cannot play due to COVID, it's a loss. It's a forfeit. So this is what's happened to Sand Creek at the moment. So this is going to be a tough hill for them to climb back from if they're not able to play again this week, which I haven't heard anything about yet. I get a lot of my information from Doug Spade on Facebook, who keeps track of all that school stuff with the COVID and everything. Last I heard, Sand Creek was still a mess. So we'll see if this game happens this week. If not, this is really going to hurt Sand Creek. So right now, the Sand Creek Aggies are 1 win and 1 loss. And our buddy Dan from the Hope Community Center is their stats guy. So he's there on the field. And every now and again when he's able to, he actually shoots me out some scores. So we appreciate that, Dan. But Sand Creek Aggies, they have 1 win and 1 loss, and that 1 loss came from the forfeit due to COVID. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing the Pittsford Wildcats. The Wildcats are not good. They have 0 wins and 2 losses. I got to be honest, if Sand Creek is able to play, they're going to get the victory. But again, I don't know what the playing situation or status of the Sand Creek game is right now. Let me see if I can find out if I can get a hold of Dan. See if he knows anything. If he's not super busy, we'll shoot him out a text real quick, and maybe he'll have time to respond to it at some point. Let's see. Find Dan. All right, so I shot him out the message. See if he gives us a response here in a minute. But yes, if Sand Creek is playing, I'm going to go with Sand Creek for the victory. Next up, we have the Pinckney Pirates. They have 1 win and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing the Tecumseh Indians. The Indians lost a heartbreaker last week. They have 1 win and 1 loss as well. Keeping an eye on our messages here to see if Dan responds. All right, we'll keep that right here. So let's see. Pinckney Pirates. Oh, I'm getting a response. Response coming in from Dan right now. Let's see what Dan has to say. All right. Coming from our former Sports Frenzy partner, Dan. As far as he knows, the game right now is a go. So I've got going with the Aggies. Where does the logo go? Going with the Aggies for sure for the victory. Go Aggies. All right, I am going to. They lost a heartbreaker last week. Pickney is just. Oh man. Tecumseh has been a struggle too, though. It's been crazy. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt this week. I'm going to go with the Tecumseh Indians for the victory. Don't let me down, Tecumseh. Tecumseh is really good at their lacrosse. That's one of their big things. They're really good at lacrosse. So, all right, next up, excuse me. We have the North Adam Rams. Now, North Adams did not have any stats on their page that said, please report your games. Apparently, they're not reporting their games, so I have no record for these guys. But this is 8-man football action, and it doesn't matter because they're playing the defending champions anyway, so we have the Lenawee Christian Cougars. They have 2 wins and 0 losses on the season so far. I've got Lenawee Christian for the victory. All right, we are moving into college football action. That's right, baby. Full weekend of football. Woohoo! It is back, and it is nice to have it back. I can honestly tell you I'm not ready for fall, but I am glad we got our football back. All right, so all our games, these are Saturday games unless otherwise noted. And we'll tell you about the TV channels and the games, the times for the games. And this is week 2 for college football. And we're starting with our local teams. Adrian Bulldogs. They were picked to go far this year. They started off with a loss already. 0 wins and 1 loss. And they are on the road this week. They are traveling to, and they had no other name. They're just Hanover College. Hanover College has 0 wins and 1 loss. All right, the kickoff for this game is this is a 1 p.m. kickoff. And it is not a televised game. It was, well, I say it's not a televised game, but it could be a televised game. If you go to YouTube, Adrian College has a YouTube page, and last week they showed their game. So you could actually watch the game on YouTube. I'm not going to give up on Adrian yet. I'm going with the Adrian Bulldogs for the victory. All right, next up, we have the St. Xavier Cougars. They have 0 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling right here to Adrian, Michigan, to play our Saints. The Saints not starting off good either. They have 0 wins and 1 loss under their belts. This game kicks off at 12 o'clock. It's not a televised game, and I don't think I have not seen where they have a YouTube page or anything. So I don't think they actually broadcast their games. Although I do believe their games are on the radio, and I think they're on the Cave 90. Oh no, I just dropped the station. 96.7, I think it is. The Cave right here in Adrian, Michigan. Shout out to them. They carry the games. They're They're the other sports channel in Lenawee County. I used to be able to say I was the only sports channel in Lenawee County, but now we have the Cave, I believe it is. It is the Cave. I know that much. I just can't remember what the call sign is for it. And I interact with these guys a lot on Twitter, so they'd be angry at me for messing that up. Let me see here. Let's see. The Cave. Oh my gosh, they would so be mad at me right now. It's 96.5, not 7. 96.5, The Cave, is our local Adrian sports radio channel. Shout out to those guys. They do a weekly morning show from 7 to 9, I think it is. I don't get to listen to them all the time because I'm at work. And then they broadcast, I think they do the Siena Heights report in general. They have a Siena Heights show that they do, and they broadcast the game. So if you want to listen to it, 96.5 The Cave is where that game will be broadcast. And I'm not going to give up on Siena Heights either. They're my local college. I know a lot of people from Siena. I'm going with Siena Heights for the victory. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Greyhounds. They have 1 win and 0 losses, and they are traveling to and playing against the Hillsdale Chargers. The Chargers have 0 wins and 1 loss. Oh, wow, I totally messed this up. On the sheets, it says, excuse me, on the sheet it says Thursday. This is not a Thursday game. This is a Saturday game. And it's a nighttime game. Saturday at 7:30. And it's a later game, so kickoff is, I said 7:30, late game, not televised. So if you're in the Hillsdale area, you just have to. So a lot of the teams right now, and I don't know how this is working for everybody, but I've heard this at high school level, college level, and even pro level, are doing touchless tickets right now. That means you buy your ticket online. So I've heard there's been some, excuse me, some difficulties with that. Excuse me, let me get a drink here. I've heard there's some challenges with that. This internet's getting overloaded if you're buying it at the game. So the best way to do it, if you possibly can, is get your tickets in advance. That way you know for sure. But it's ticketless now. There's no tickets. They don't want that touching stuff anymore. So it's all on your phone. Anyway, I'm not going to give up on Hillsdale yet either. I'm going to go with the Hillsdale Chargers for the victory this week. All right, next up we have the Youngstown State Penguins. They have 1 win, 0 MSU Seas. Or, as I like to call them, and the patent's still pending on this, the East Lansing Burning Couches. Because win, lose, or draw, you're always going to see the couches burning in East Lansing. They started off good. They have 1 win and 0 losses. Even though they're not ranked this year, they are predicted to make improvements. I think it's season 2 under their new coach. I personally don't care, being the Michigan Go Blue guy. But I'm trying to be the friendlier, nicer, the play nice coach who tries to be a little non-biased towards the other teams. Not always going to happen. Michigan man through and through. The show has always been based. When we first started this way back in the day, 12 seasons ago, It was all about Michigan, nothing but Michigan. But as the show has branched out and being loved by so many, I try to be less biased now. Can't do it very good. I'm terrible at it. About the Sparties. But, the thing that makes it really hard is Sparty fans don't like Michigan fans either. And they don't want Michigan fans cheering for them. And I've heard that. It's been said. They don't want to hear from us. So that there makes it kind of hard to do. But as a sportscaster, on my 12th season, I'm trying to be – I'm trying. I really am trying. And that's why I'm picking the East Lansing Burning Couches this week for the win. Oh, that's as much effort as I can put into that, folks. So, when I was looking at games this week, I got to tell you, and this is where my bias really goes, and I do not put these guys on here anymore than I have to, but I felt like this was going to be a good game this week. Do I hate these guys? Yes, I hate them with a passion. And you could tell I'm very biased against them. I can't do it. I will not say their name on the show. Their record is who cares? It's on very, very teeny tiny small print there. If you want to find it, to me it doesn't matter. I could care less. And here's the sad thing: since this was going to be such a good game this week, I had to make it be your 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. So it's a double kind of dislike-hate situation for me. Because not only was it a good enough game that I had to make it a 3-point bonus game, it's got a team on here that I absolutely cannot stand at all. But it's not these guys who change their uniforms more than any other team. It's just amazing how many uniforms these guys go through, and so they are the 12th ranked Oregon Ducks. The Ducks have 1 win and 0 losses, and many, many uniforms. So this is where we go with this. I was lucky. I was nice enough to give you guys their ranking. They're ranked 3rd. But you don't get a logo. You don't get a name. And you don't get much of anything else on this. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing to say about these guys. I don't care. I hope the Oregon... Oh, well, I will give you this. This game kicks off at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock kickoff, and it is on Fox, and you can watch it there on Fox. Other than that, I don't care. I'm going with the Oregon Ducks. I hope the Ducks destroy them and maybe switch their uniforms like 5 times during the game to confuse them. Go Ducks. We got some MAC action for you guys. Well, some partial MAC action. We got the Toledo Rockets. The Rockets have 1 win and 0 losses. They are going up against the number 8 Notre Dame. Notre Dame has 1 win and 0 losses as well. Kickoff for this game is 2:30. We have a 2:30. And you can watch this on the Peacock app. You're like, what? Yes. They're going to show this game on the Peacock app. And you're like, what is the Peacock app? It's another app that you can buy, that you can pay monthly, a streaming service, and it is affiliated with the Peacock channel, NBC, I believe. It's NBC. So with that being said, I'm a MAC action guy. I'm not a Notre Dame guy. You would think I would be a Notre Dame guy, being that I like Irish stuff, and that I have Irish in my blood. But I'm not. I'm not an Irish guy. I prefer the Toledo Rockets, and I'm giving the Rockets the victory. We got some more MAC action for you guys. You know, the MAC games, some of our teams had some. There wasn't a lot of really good televised games. So what I try to do, guys, is I try to get televised games for you guys so that you can watch these at home if you want to. So this next game is a televised game. It is the Robert Morris Colonials. And according to their record, they haven't played a game yet. They have 0 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Central Michigan Chippewas. The Chippewas have 0 wins and 1 loss. Second half, they good. I don't think they completely got crushed, but yeah, they got a little rougher for them as time went on. This kicks off at 3:30, and you can watch it on ESPN 3. Now, ESPN 3 is your actual. It's on the internet. That's the way you can watch it, but it still makes it kind of televised for you guys. I'm going with the Chippewas for the victory. Next up, we have the Mercer Bears. They have 1 win and 0 losses. I have a feeling before this is over with, they're going to be considered the Mercy Bears. They're going to be asking for a lot of mercy before this game is over because they are playing the number 1 team. And it has been said that these guys will repeat as champions this year. It is said that they look amazing, just amazing. Number 1 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, and for Bama Buer, we got to give her a roll, Tide, roll, because she's a strong supporter of our show and loves us here at Sports Frenzy. So going with the Crimson Tide for the victory. Oh, I guess I should give you guys some more details. Kickoff for this game is 3:30. This is a 3:30 kickoff, and you can watch it on the SECN network. And I'm going with the Bama. Roll, Tide, roll. Next up, we have the Illinois State Redbirds. Redbirds have 1 win and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing another MAC team I like. The Western Michigan Broncos. The Broncos played Michigan. And I got to say, they played them pretty good for a while. And I like Western Michigan. So I was not, I wanted a good game. And I got a pretty good game. Western Michigan's got a quarterback, and they got some plays that they can do. They just couldn't hang with Michigan in the end. But Western Michigan, still in my eyes, is a contender. They look good. And I'm giving them the victory this week. Oh, but yes, details on the game would be good, wouldn't it? This game kicks off at 5 p.m., and you can watch it on ESPN 3. I've got the Broncos for the victory. Next up, we have another team I like, and they came out and got a victory this week, looking good. And, without, I mean, they're the next door neighbors to our Michigan Wolverines. We're talking about the Eastern Michigan Eagles. The Eagles have 1 win and 0 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the 18th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. The Badgers lost last week. I got them as 0. Is that right? Did I ranked 18th after a loss? Let me double check this one, make sure it's not a typo on my part. Siri, what's the Wisconsin Badgers football team record? Wow, that is correct. They are still ranked. They are still in the rankings with a loss. They're ranked 18th. Kickoff for this game is 7:30. And you can watch it on FS1. I unfortunately be getting lined up for our next game, so I won't be able to watch them this week. But you know what? They got a loss under their belt already. I want to see Eastern Michigan come in there and get the victory. I'm going Eastern Michigan. Oh, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right. It is Under the Lights. It is a maze out at the big house. It is the world's greatest football team. I'm talking about those mighty Michigan Wolverines, baby. And how about our team this year, huh? First of all, I just got to say our prayers and thoughts are with Mr. Bell, who went out to an ACL tear. I believe that's what it was. And is out for this season. We hope you're back on the sidelines real soon because you are a strong, fire-up supporter for your team. Prayers for a speedy recovery and that your surgery, when scheduled, is done well and quickly and safely for you, young man. And we'll look forward to you coming back and playing even stronger next season. But the plays you did get, that one-handed catch, is classic old-school Michigan football. We haven't seen that in a while. So you will be missed. But this team, high hopes for the Michigan Wolverines this year. They are not ranked at the moment. This week's game, Under the Lights, we have the Washington Huskies. The Huskies have 0 wins and 1 loss. They were upset in their game this week. However, Coach Harbaugh has said we will not underestimate any teams this season. So we're not going to go into this game satisfied until we get the win. And they are playing the mighty Michigan Wolverines, baby. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! The mighty Wolverines. Go Blue. They have 1 win. Go Blue. And 0 losses. Go Blue. Hail, hail to Michigan. Hail, hail the power. Hail, hail to Michigan. Go Blue. Go Blue. This is your game Under the Lights. Go Blue. We got a 7:30 kickoff. Go Blue. This one will be on ABC. Go Blue. So I'm going to pick the mighty Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue. All right, I didn't mark this on the sheets either, but it is NFL Week 1 action. who's ready for the NFL? And who's ready for your Detroit Lions? All games, there's 0 right now. Should I do it? Should I go ahead and put this on for a little bit of the show at least? You want to see some? Are you excited about your Detroit Lions this year? Are you? Do you guys think they can do anything? Are the Lions going to be under Goff? Are we going to be able to do anything? I'm hearing we're going to see some improvements. We're going to see some good games, but not necessarily going to do much. But you know what? To me, it'll always be the same. Well, no. Professor Plum said I can't say that anymore. One of my good buddies, and we're eventually going to do a podcast or something together. So shout out to Professor Plum. But he says it's not fair to call them the same old Lions because it just hurts them every year to say that. So I can see where he's coming from with that a little bit. We got the San Francisco 49ers. Again, they have 0 wins, 0 losses. Coming in, this is the first game of the season. Taking on your Detroit Lions. It's kind of a darker Lions logo, but I kind of like that logo. Kickoff for this game is 1 p.m., and you can watch it on Fox. Now, do I feel the need to pick the Lions? Maybe. They're not really. They're our local team, Detroit Lions. But you know, as we'll go on here, we'll talk a little bit more. I just don't know. I don't know what to think about the Lions. I don't want to say the same that Professor Plum doesn't want me to say anymore. So we could just say SOS. Or SOL, I mean. No, I don't know. All right. I'm going to do it, Lions fans. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions for the victory this week. I know it's crazy. I know there are Lions. I just don't know if I love this team yet. I don't know. There's something about this coaching staff that I'm just not 100% sure about yet. So we'll just leave it at that and see where it goes. They may surprise me. All right, this next game, I see my sheets got messed up a little bit on these last few games. I apologize for that. Usually I have these spaced out better than this. I don't know what happened here. So you got the Cleveland Browns. Who's feeling the Browns this year? You guys think the Browns are going to be any good? They got their amazing quarterback. This is season 2 for him, right? And so we got the Browns, 0 wins, 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against one of my favorite teams because of their coach, the Kansas City Chiefs, who also have 0 wins and 0 losses. This is a later game, 5 o'clock game, Sunday night on ABC. And you know what? Browns, I like the Browns. Been a fan of the dog pound. You know, what's not to love about the dog pound? Ooh, 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 ooh. But I've got – that sounded like a monkey. Woof, 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 woof. There we go. Now, ooh, 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 ooh. The dog pound. But I'm going with my Kansas City Chiefs with the coach because I love their coach. All right, next up. Some of these games I'm putting on here. So what we've done in our classroom this year is our kiddos and our teachers like to pick a couple of NFL teams that they like. We haven't got around to the teams that the kids want to use this year. So this is, excuse me, based off staff picks. This is one of Julie Mapstone's teams this year that's going to be in this pick next. I'll tell you about it in just a second here. This is not her team right here. The Pittsburgh Steelers. They have 0 wins, 0 losses. Excuse me. Wow, my throat's getting dry again. So weird. They are traveling to and playing against the Buffalo Bills, which is one of Julie Mapstone's picks. They kick off at 1 p.m., and this game is supposed to be on ABC. We'll see if it is or not. I'm not sure. But it's a 1 p.m. kickoff. And I got to tell you, I've heard that Big Ben is back in form this season. I was a big fan of the Buffalo Bills back in the day. But I have a feeling, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go against Mapstone's pick. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. All right, our final game this week before we get into NASCAR action. This is our final football game. So I found out 2 things. NASCAR race is a later race this week, but it's on Saturday. So anyway, this is your Sunday night football game. And we have the Chicago Bears. The Bears. 0 wins, 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against, you guys may know this team, the LA Rams. Now, why does that name ring a bell to you? Well, probably because they have our former quarterback, Matt Stafford. Are you on the side where you want to see Matt Stafford be successful? Or are you on the side where you're like, Stafford's gone, he's not going to do anything anymore than he did for Detroit? I'm kind of torn on the situation. I can't lie. His he gave a pretty emotional goodbye video to the Lions and Detroit. And Stafford did a lot for Detroit. I mean, the guy has broke his back twice. I don't know what he's got left to give to the game. But he's feeling pretty close to his new team right now, which should kind of make Lions fans a little sad. But, some are not. Some are happy to get rid of him. So here's the thing. We all know people that leave Detroit sports somehow end up stepping up their game and being better when they leave Detroit sports. So I don't know how I'm feeling about this game. Or how I'm feeling about the Rams. But I got to tell you, I've heard the Bears are pretty good this year. So I listen to a lot of sports talk radio when I can, and people are talking about the Bears this season. And I've heard that nobody cares that the Rams are in LA. So there's that too. So with that being said, I'm not going to pick Stafford this week in the Rams. I'm going to go against Julie's pick again. I'm going to go with the Bears. And that's an 8:30 game. I forgot to print the logo for that. And I also forgot to put what channel it's on. Oh, well, we can't win them all, can we? All right, so we're going to wrap things up. We are with the premiere show this week. We got a lot of time in this show so far. With NASCAR action, we have the it's the Auto Parts 400, and it's a salute to first responders. And this race is Saturday, September 11th, so it's going to be there's going to kind of be a 9/11 memorial to this. And the race starts at 7:30. I'm going to go continue to go with my guy, Kyle Busch. Races are starting to wind down right now. We won't be seeing NASCAR here soon for a little while, and then it comes back before the season's over with. So I'm going with Kyle Busch as my winner. And yes, he did wreck, and yes, he's got some heat going on right now with he got fined for apparently what was almost hitting people. But it's being said that you can look at it from two sides of the story. I don't know. I'm not that people shouldn't have been in that spot where he was going anyway. But some people said he just threw a temper tantrum. So who knows? That's where we're at this week, folks. So that also means with the late football game, that it's probably going to be Monday night before I get a weekend wrap-up done. And if I don't get it done Monday night, then we'll throw the weekend wrap-up onto the next week's show. I'm not going to delay it, keep pushing it back another day. If I don't get the show done, weekend wrap-up show done at least on Monday night, then we will just push it to the next Sports Frenzy show. But most of the time, I will have most of your guys' sheets done for you, for my friends over at Haviland. Get those done and into you hopefully by Monday. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for the first episode of Sports Frenzy. We're not going to go into any details. We're on an hour and 16 minutes into the new season already. So I'm not going to go into any details on what's going on in sports this week right now. Because, I know you guys are all pretty busy. And we'll reach out more with some of that details as we figure out where my time frame is going to go with the show. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the coach, and I want you all to be blessed and stay safe out there. A lot of craziness going on right now. All right? We'll see you again real soon. Get out there and enjoy some sports this weekend. I know I'm going to. I'm the coach, and I'm out.